All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another DC Worlds Collide video. This is Mr. Squirrel. As always, glad to have you here. So, what is this video going to be about? Let's do some summons. Quick overview. Do I think you should summon on the Raven banner? No. The only reason I am mildly contemplating summoning for Raven, I have to do some weekly summons anyways. I gotta get some, I need to see if I can get a Mera copy, maybe get a Grodd. Unless you're running debuff, she's not needed. Yeah, she's really not needed unless you're running a debuff comp. Mainly just because that's what she does. She's a support. She does some decent damage, and she does a lot of debuffs, and that's really good for Sinestro. But if you're not running Sinestro, then there's no real reason to pull for her. And even then, I do think Cyborg and her are kind of like really good on that debuff comp, but they do a lot of damage. They don't offer a lot of sustain. She does have a revive, which is really great. But still, she's not sustaining the team. She's just applying more debuffs. She's like a debuff space support. We'll do one weekly recruit here. Let's see what we get. Let's just see what happens. Did I get anything? Again, I do want elite shards. Elite shards are very helpful. Ooh, I got Grodd. Great. I got one Grodd. I was hoping for Mera, but that's okay. Pizarro and a Grodd. Okay. I guess we're just going full debuff. I'm not going to argue with that. I'll do one more, and then we'll go into the other summons. I mean, I got both of them, so I'm not going to argue with that. That's like, hey, run debuffs. Okay. Great. That's both of them are well needed. We'll do a couple here. Let's do two and see what we get. Again, I'm just trying to get one more copy of Mera, and because I'm running that team, I really do want Mera for the team. I think she'll be great. On the Mr. Terrific team is the one I'm running for. Again, I want elites. Mera. Okay, that's pretty much it for the week. I might do one more summon on the weekly. I'm gonna save these. I would love to show to. Okay, we're not doing that. Oh heck no. Where are we at with League? Hold on. It's not too bad. Maybe later. Oh boy, that's not that great. That's horrible, actually. Amazing deal. No, I would hard disagree on that. Let's see. Daily pack. We'll do some dailies. We got our daily. Okay, great. Okay. Why I'm looking. So if we look at Mera right now, so I think raise her. Can I rank her up? I can rank her up. Do I need a rank? Should I rank her up? I mean, I got a decent amount. My only fear. So, guys at 3. I want also 8 stars. Hal is at 9. Jess is at 9. 8. We can actually enhance her real quick. We're going to bring her up because we're getting close to getting her to badge 20. And then I can stop working on her. I can shift over to Guy. Guy is almost at 10. I need to get a couple more for him. Let's look at... So Raven... Did I get any copies? I did not get any copies of Raven, right? I don't think I did. Actually, we can just double check. Let's see. Who did we get? Fragments. Let's see. Who do we have extras of? So we got... 2 Meras, 1 Grodd, 2 Sinestros. Okay. Yeah, so we have a Grodd that'll be good for. So Grodd and Sinestro, we'll put these two. We'll put these guys with the debuff team, with Lex. Just make that team uber duper tanky. We've got 2 Meras. So if I look at Mera right now, that'll put her at 6, 7. So she's at 7. That means next week, in a couple of days, I can reset. And then I can get her to 8. Auto equip. What do we got here? Oh, not bad. What is this? HP block. Attack. Oh, hey, there's a crit attack. I don't actually want her to have any. Hold on. We're gonna replace. Well, wait a minute. Who else is running crit on my teams? So, yeah, I want to give that to Sinestro. Give me a minute. We're gonna do this. We're gonna replace. We're gonna unequip, and then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go up to Sinestro because he is the secondary team. Auto equip. There we go. Yep. Okay, and then we'll go down to Mera. Give her the other equipment. So we're not doing bad with her. So she's at 7 now. So I'm trying to think on that team. So Grodd is at, because I got one Grodd that'll put him at 6. Sinestro's got 2 that'll put him at 7. I'm gonna work with Hal on that team as well. And then Sinestro, who's already, yeah, he's fine. Motherbox. So I got weekly recruitment. How many more do I have? I can do one more. We'll do one more. So I can kind of end this out. Oop, hello, congrats. I got something new. Robin. Thanks for letting me know. Okay. Again, I want elites. And that doesn't mean there's not another epic in here. That just means I got a new character. Oh, Starfire. See? You can get more than one. Great. I wasn't really looking for Starfire, but sure, why not? I got 2 epics there. Oh boy. Great. Now, I'm trying to think of what I want to do, because the thing about this is that I think I'm just going to save. I think we'll just save for next week. Again, this is how I would generally operate per week. Is I just summon to get my 3 weeklies and I call it a day there. I build towards it. I can work on maybe hopefully getting a legendary that I don't have. And you're not overly maxing your resources right away. You want to avoid doing that. Now, the other thing is that people like, I meant to show. So normally in these kind of videos, I would like to do some artifact summons. We'll do one artifact summon to kind of round out this video. Hopefully I can get okay, no. Ooh, yes, I want more of those, because that one eventually is going to go. Ooh, now that was good. Now let's look. Can that get up to tier? Where are we at the rank on this one? Hold on, I can't even see. We are at 14, so I need to pull 3-ish more. Or 2-ish more. The reason I want to get this thing up to rank 2 is, or rank 3, quote unquote, is when triggered permanently increases basic attack damage. This thing is dope for Jessica Cruz. So, if she can wipe someone out, or she gets a kill, this thing just absolutely makes her autos do redonkulous levels of damage. And remember, it's because when she triggers her ult, she actually does an auto to everyone, so she's doing some crazy damage if you actually procs this. So there is that. In terms of the mother box, this is what you just saw me do. This is how I would summon if I were you. That way you're not burning through your I did have quite a bit of gems, so it was easy for me to do 3 and then call it a day. I do prefer to summon this way. The way I'm thinking is I'm always just every week I'm going for a specific desired character and then calling it a day. I got Mera, I'm good. I'm not really looking for Raven. She's a nice to have, but I do think Cyborg's just kind of a better version of her. So if I ever were to land on Cyborg, I can throw him on the team. I personally would rather run someone other than her. I'm looking more for a debuff healer. They don't really have one in this game. I do have a feeling this is where I'm kind of hesitant to really summon right now for all these characters, get tons of dupes, because what happens when they release the next character and it's just an upgraded version of Black Canary and it does a silence, but it AoE heals the whole team. I don't think they're going to do that exact character, but you get what I'm saying. I'm very minimalistic in my summons, in the sense of, all right, I did this and this, I got what I'm looking for, great, I don't need to push it anymore. Could I continue to push it here? Sure. Do I think that's a good idea? No. So You want to be very careful with your resources. And again, I will just continue to point out, I have not spent anything here. I continue to tell everyone, and in my chat yesterday was like, but don't summon. I know it is tempting. Don't summon. Don't use these super encrypted tokens. You need these. These are so imperative to hold on to. They're going to have legendaries, and like for me, for instance, what if they release this like super crazy tank? Because I don't think we have that many great tanks in this game. I do feel like we need some really good tanks. I have a feeling the next couple of tanks that might get released might be very power creepy. Who knows? I hope not. I hope it's not super power creepy. I hope it just buffs up teams that maybe we don't have. We have quite a bit of tanks though, so maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll be some new damage. Damage I think is okay. I never think you should really like feel like you need to pull damage. Damage gets power creep very quickly. Support does not get power creeped quickly. So, you know, depending on what the support does, if support only does damage, then they're going to get power crept. So my rule of thumb, folks, you just kind of saw how I operated with the weekly summons. This is how I would summon. You know, keep it simple. Don't overextend your resources. If you can't even do the full legendary, the weekly recruitments, then don't save it. It's totally fine. If you aren't able to do it in the week, don't do it. It's not going to hurt you. Remember, this game is we're on a marathon, not a sprint. And remember, season's ending very soon, and we don't know what the next season's going to be. I'm hoping that the next season is something real cool. I do think they kind of need something to get some players like remotivated, but that's neither here nor there. But again, be very conservative with your resources. We don't get a lot of these things, and you need to summon smartly. Again, put the desired in, go for them. You get them, move on with your life. If you don't, okay. So one thing I do want to take note of, I would not spend a lot each week, because again, remember, your encrypted tokens, I mean, they're a little bit more plentiful than you get a little bit more of them than you do the super encrypted tokens. But I don't think it's that bad to summon for your desired and then stop. I think it's a nice way to continually just kind of give a few more elites each week. Remember, you do need those elites. They are going to be needed to rank up your characters. So again, you know, you don't need to spend a lot. Just I would even just like if I got Mera early, I would have stopped earlier. If I had not gotten Grodd, I'm like, okay, because Grodd is team 2. I am worrying about team 1, which is going to be Mera, Hal, Jess, and Guy, plus Mr. Terrific, right? And also, I really want them to add Mr. Terrific and Guy to the Epic, so that way I can actually put them in my recommended. I just put Grodd because I was like, I don't have any copies of him, and I'd like to, you know, start building him up because he's really good with Sinestro. So that's kind of my thinking right now, ladies and gentlemen. I hope this video helps. I hope it was slightly entertaining. This one is just kind of like, here's a summon video. People seem to like summon videos. This is a general, hey, don't waste your resources. I would do this weekly. Try to go for one of your desired characters. I usually wouldn't push for both. I got lucky, pulled a ton of epics today. I pulled 4, which I was like, whoa, hello, right? Got Robin, and Starfire, which, I mean, I don't really run a burn team, so we'll see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, remember, failing is just your first attempt in learning.